If you want to learn how to remove and install the ignition lock cylinder on your Ford and save yourself anywhere between $500 to $1,000, then stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keith, and I'm sure glad you stopped by today. In today's video, we're going to take you step by step through the process of how to remove and install the key lock cylinder on your Ford vehicle. Now, today we're going to be working on a 2000 Ford Expedition, but the techniques and the procedures we talk about can be applied to a wide range of Ford models and years. So, if you take your vehicle to a repair shop or the dealership, this can be quite expensive. So let's talk about what it's going to take for us to tackle this job. So there are two parts of this overall process we need to talk about. Part number one is just going to be removing the ignition lock cylinder and then installing it. So I'll take you through step by step how to do that. The second part of this is for those of you who have a Ford that was made in the mid 90s and later. So we're talking 95, 96 and later. More than likely, your vehicle is going to be equipped with the Ford PAT system. That is the Ford Passive Anti-Theft System. And what that is that from the mid 90s and on, Ford started to include this as an anti-theft measure on their vehicles. So the way the system works is that in your steering column dash area, there's what's called the PATS module, which is a receiver. And in your key, there is an ID or a transceiver in your key. And in order for your vehicle to start, those two have to match. They have to communicate. So the transceiver is going to have, you're going to have an ID in your key, and this receiver is going to be expecting to see a certain ID, and if those two match, your vehicle starts. If they don't match, you got a problem and your vehicle doesn't start. So where I'm going with this is that if you put a new ignition lock cylinder and now you have a key, and that key doesn't match the ID that the receiver is expecting to see, your vehicle won't start. So that's something we've got to consider as well. So first, let's start with step one. I'll take you through how to remove and install the ignition lock cylinder, and then we'll come back and talk about step two, and that is what options you have regarding the PAT system and how to associate your new key with your PATS module. Let's get into it. Now let's step through the process of removing the ignition lock cylinder. Take your key, put our key in the run position. So once you have your key positioned in the 12 o'clock position, it's almost like it's the run position, but it's like at the 12 o'clock position. So the key is facing up and this is down. I'm gonna take my screwdriver, or in my case, I got a small Allen key, and I'll put it in this access hole right here. And you may have to wiggle around a little bit until you find that button, but you'll know it when you find it. So you push in on it like so. And then when you find it, you should feel it press in a little bit, and that ignition lock cylinder will come out like so. And here it is. So in order to get this ignition lock cylinder back in, you want to slide it in like so with the ball facing down, just like that. Then once you turn it, it's back in position. You can take the key out. So we just stepped you through the process of how to remove that ignition lock cylinder and reinstall the ignition lock cylinder. So now let's talk about the PATS module. In order for your vehicle to start, let's say you put a new ignition lock cylinder in with a new set of keys. If you have a vehicle, remember that's after mid 90s and has that PATS system on there, the ID that's on that transponder and the key has got to match what's in memory on that PATS module. There are a couple ways you can go about it. Method number one would be that you would get the PATS module programmed. You would ask a locksmith to come in and program that key so that it matches what's in memory in the PATS module. So you would have to get it programmed. Method number two, what you could do is that you can take the transponder or the RFID that's in your key, your existing key that works, remove it and put it in the new key. So you'd be doing a little DIY surgery. Now this method does work. There are videos out there of folks who have done this before with success. So if you want to learn more about that technique for your specific vehicle, just do some Google searches and you may get some information that way as well. So two methods there. You get the key programmed, program that key PATS module combination, or you can do a little DIY surgery and take that transponder RFID out the old key and put it in the new key. So there are two options for you to consider. Oh, and before you leave, if you give me 2 more minutes, there's something I forgot to tell you. Let's go back to the vehicle, something that you may come across. Now let's say you need to remove the ignition lock cylinder, but you've lost your keys or you don't have keys for the ignition lock cylinder. How do you remove it? Because remember, we had to be in this 12 o'clock position or the run position in order for it to come out of there, because it's got to rotate up to slide out. Well, at that point, I think you're looking at having to drill that baby out. So you would start with a small drill bit, go in here, work it around to try to break up some of the inner workings of the key lock cylinder so it can rotate. So your goal would be to go in there with a small bit and then progressively go to larger bits like these, right? You would step it up slowly to a larger and larger bit, and going back here with your drill and try to drill it out until you got to a point without the key that it could move to that 12 o'clock position. And once you do that, you would then take your little tool right here, poke up on the ball, and it should slide right out. So that's what you're looking at if you don't have keys for your ignition lock cylinder for whatever reason.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, hit that subscribe button and click that bell so anytime we drop a new video, you'll be the first to know. Hit that like button and leave me some comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you're interested in any of the products we used in today's video, we'll leave some links down below. Hope you have an awesome day, and thanks for watching.